If you're selling a horse privately, the process can feel a bit unclear. People jump straight to the advert and then get stuck with inquiries and viewings that don't go anywhere. In this video, I'm going to talk through the whole process of selling your horse on Horsemart. Preparing the horse, taking the right photos and videos, writing a clear listing and handling viewings. If you want a straightforward and honest sale without wasted inquiries and problems later on, this is the order that actually works. I'll keep this focused on what matters rather than everything you could possibly do. Before you think about adverts, photos or videos, it's worth it to make sure the horse is ready for new people in a new situation. One of the biggest mistakes that I see is people stopping riding the horse when it's for sale. Even a short break can change how the horse goes and behaves, which will show up in a viewing. Keeping a normal routine makes behaviour more predictable, which helps both the horse and the buyer. Buyers notice the basics immediately. How they are to catch, how they lead, how they behave when you tack up or pick out their feet. Those things matter just as much as how the horse goes under saddle. If there are quirks, it's better to be able to explain them clearly rather than be surprised on the day. Make sure the basics are in order. Shoes or trimming done recently, vaccinations up to date if that's relevant, and everything is as it should be. So that is not the focus of the visit instead of the horse. This isn't about being show ready, this is about being clean, tidy and safe. Tack should fit, be clean and be something the horse is comfortable working in. Photos help the buyer decide if they want to stop scrolling and click your advert. They also help buyers decide whether they should inquire at all. The most important shot is a clear side-on one. Make sure the horse is standing nice and smart. Make sure you have a nice plain background. Remy, make sure he's looking nice. Perfect. Try and use a plain background and make sure the sun is behind you, not behind the horse, because you want the horse well lit and not in shadow. Headshots are useful because they give the buyers a sense of behaviour and temperament. So in your headshot, you want the horse to be relaxed, looking forward and alert. So this is where it's helpful to have an extra pair of hands to hold them and someone behind you. Maybe try and give them a click to get their ears forward. But we're going to try now with Remy. There we are. Perfect. Angled or 45-degree photos are really good for showing condition and build, but they should support the side-on photo and not replace it. Oh, well done, Remy. You're a good model. Action shots are really important because they show how the horse actually goes. For ridden horses, that usually means walk, trot and canter photos taken from the side when the horse is in balance. If the horse jumps, 1 or 2 jumping photos is enough. They should show technique, not height for the sake of it. A sales video doesn't need editing, music or commentary. It just needs to show the horse clearly. Keep it simple. Walk, trot, canter transitions on both reins. If the horse jumps or hacks, include that briefly. You can also include footage from shows if you are selling a competition horse. 2 to 3 minutes is plenty. A clear video saves time for everyone and reduces unsuitable inquiries before they happen. This kind of photo and video setup works well when you're listing on Horsemart because buyers can see exactly what they're inquiring about. Once the horse is prepared and you have good photos and videos, the advert becomes much easier to write. When you list on Horsemart, the advert is broken down into clear sections, which means you put the right information in the right place. Your title is what gets clicked and generic titles get skipped. Instead of just age and gender, put what the horse actually is. On Horsemart, the title and detail fields guide you through this so you're not starting on a blank slate. Including breed, job, age and height, and 1 clear selling point is usually enough. Those are all the things buyers actively filter by on Horsemart, so filling them in properly really matters. Most buyers filter before they read anything. So if any of the fields like age, height, breed, location, price aren't filled in, your listing just won't show up at all. That's why it's important to use the form fields when you list on Horsemart, rather than just relying on description alone. Descriptions work best when they're factual and easy to scan. What the horse has done, who they suit, and what level of experience is needed. You don't need emotional language or perfect tone only. Clear information builds trust much faster. Being honest about quirks doesn't put buyers off. It usually attracts the right ones. A visible price helps people self-select. If you're open to offers, say so. If tack or rugs are included, mention it. Adding a clear price on Horsemart tends to lead to more serious inquiries rather than loads of time wasters. Before agreeing to a viewing, it's reasonable to ask a few basic questions. What the rider wants to do, what experience they have, what facilities they have, and whether their budget matches the advert. This isn't being awkward. It saves time and avoids unsuitable viewings. And that's especially important once inquiries start coming through, especially as buyers are usually messaging more than one seller. The Horsemart dashboard keeps all your messages and ads and inquiries in one place, which makes it much easier to know who you've replied to and at what stage your inquiries are at. On the day, tacking up in front of the buyer where possible is really important for showing the horse's normal behaviour and reassuring the buyer. It's usually best for the seller or regular rider to ride first. A familiar rider helps the horse settle and gives a clearer view of how the horse actually goes. When riding, show what matches the advert. There's no need to overwork the horse just to prove a point. And if something doesn't feel right, it is okay to stop reviewing. Your responsibility is your horse's welfare. And finally, if everything goes well, the next steps are usually vetting, transport and payment. Make sure you keep everything clear and written down. All the steps we've covered today are laid out clearly in the Horsemart selling guide, so you can follow them all in the same order that we've covered today. If you're ready to get started, click the link in the bio and place an ad on Horsemart. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Horsemart for more horsey content and like us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. See you in the next one.